And I'm going to take 5 cotton balls. There is your thought. There's your feeling. There's your speech. There's your overt activity. And there's your rationales for why you're doing what you're doing. Now, I've chosen black dye. And I'm going to put some black dye in this water. The water represents you. The black dye represents the sinful nature. Now I want you to see something here. You are an unbeliever under the influence of the sinful nature. Let me show you what happens to your thought. You see that cotton ball? It's absorbed and been infused with the sinful nature. Now look what happens. Your speech, if you can see that coming out of there, is black water. That's your thought. That's your thought tainted by the sinful nature. Well, fine. Maybe my feelings will be a little better. These are the old man's feelings, tainted with a sinful nature. Here's your speech. And by the way, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you about them out there. We need to clean up our mouth. We need to clean up our mouth. The 4-letter words. The taking the name of God in vain. Well, you know, they're only... I said we need to clean up our mouth. Here it is. There's your filthy speech. What's the world saying about that? Well, you know, it seems to be sort of manly to be able to use those kind of words. Oh, really? Talk to Jesus about it when you meet him at the Bema seat. Now, this is your overt activity. You know what those are. They're tainted with a sinful nature. This is the unbeliever. Now, what happens is I get upset with people who want to go to the zoo. You know, they go to the zoo and they look at the zebra and they say, "Hey, shame on you for having all those stripes like that." And a bird will fly over in the air and say, "Shame on you for flying in the air." They'll look at a fish tank and say, "Ooh, shame on you for swimming in that water like that." Hey, you know, the zebra has stripes, the fish is in the water, and the birds fly in the air. Do you know why they're doing that? Because it's their what? It's their nature to do so. So why are you so upset about the unbeliever? Who's doing the kind of things they do? Here they are. Are you willing to see it again? The unbeliever can't do anything but this. There it is. And this is why agape love is so important. Not throwing your arms around somebody, telling them 5 nice things about themselves. It's you're respecting their freedom to pursue their own internalized goal. As long as it pursues that goal doesn't disrupt your right and freedom to do the same thing. Okay, now watch. That's the unbeliever. Was that clear? Well, let me show you. Let me show you the believer now. The believer who's functioning from the source of his or her old man. We need 5 more cotton balls. So here's the believer now. That's you, functioning from the source of your old man. Hey, here's your thinking. Distorted thinking. Well, wait a minute. Maybe my feelings are going to be a whole lot better. No, this is the believer, functioning from the source of the old man, old woman. Yeah, there's your feelings. Well, how about your speech? See if you've cleaned it up since you got saved. It's still the same. Same old language. Yeah, maybe you get rid of 1 or 2 words anyway. And here's your overt activity. You used to do this, you used that. Well, I got rid of some of that, but oops. It's the carnal believer. There it is. Can you see this? You see what's happening? Now this is your rationalization. Why are you doing this? Why are you thinking that way? Why are you speaking that way? Why are you feeling that way? Why are you doing that way? Well, you see, let me explain that to you. It's an old man rationale. You've just justified what you're doing. It won't float with Jesus to be received. Well, I'll tell you what. In the interest of time, let me get rid of this one. I need bowl number 2. I think bowl number 2 got the offering. Now I want to show you what happens when you're functioning from the source of the new man or the new woman. Listen, that's why in my original book, Christianity and Spiritual Perspective, are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Now let me tell you what. You will never get it right. Not you. I please it. You. I'm editorializing. You out there, world. You're never going to get it right until you become sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I'll tell you what. I can jab at you. I can yell at you. I can scream at you. I can beat you. I can do a lot of things to you to manipulate you to do what I want you to do. But once you've changed and doing what I'm doing, what I want you to do, if you're not doing it from the source of your new man or your new woman, nasty picture again at the beam seat. Well, let me see here now. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the born again Christian now, who's functioning from the source of the new man or new woman. Now I use black for that nasty old sin nature. I use green for this is on go. Green means go, doesn't it? Okay? So I'm going to put some of this in there. Now, you are the water. Well, that's a big lump there. Hang on just a second. Okay. There we go. Now this is you, and the green is the Holy Spirit, not the old sin nature. Then you got 2 options. Here are your 5 behaviors. Now let me show you what happens when you know your old man been crucified with Christ down there. I'm reckoning you dead. Hey, I'm reckoning that new man alive. And I'm yielded to the Spirit of God, so that I am now infused and absorbed. We are at one with each other's spirit. Watch what happens now with your thinking. Your thinking is divine thinking, because you're at one with the Spirit. Your feelings, joy, contentment, happiness. Whoa, what a wonderful way to live. Your speech, now infused with divinity. This isn't power. This is the Spirit of God infusing what you're saying, what you're doing, what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Here's your overt activity now. Now you're witness. Now you're preaching. Now you're singing. Now you're giving. Now your missions work. Now whatever you're doing. Infused with the Spirit of God. Why are you doing that? Well, let me tell you why I'm doing it. It's because my motivation is divine. My motivation is right. Green. Excuse me. Have I wasted your time this morning? No. I said 2 or 3 go this way. No. I see that hand. No. Folks, what I've tried to do is to share with you the difference between religions or Christian, the spiritual way of life. And Ron, I have to say that I probably would have never understood this had not it all gotten started with you guys down here. You were a catalyst, a springboard, and I don't know, did you read the first page? Did you read the first page? You guys have meant more to me than you'll ever know. More than you'll ever know. And I guess the joy of all this is while we don't see a whole lot of each other in this lifetime, I'll guarantee it's going to be great when you and I and Ron, Al are sitting out there on that cloud with our harp. Strumming that harp all of eternity.
I hope so.
Gary, your life has meant a great deal to me, sir. A great deal to me. Your example with the kids through Mission's Heart been an example. John Dyer. When I look around at Quentin Swapper, Ed Jones, goodness gracious. And some of you at my age, I forget your names. Yeah. I woke up the other day and looked I looked in the bed and I said, "Who are you?" That's my wife. It happens when you get older like this, okay? And what I've indicated, it doesn't get any better. The older you get, it doesn't get any better. But we got about 3 more minutes, I guess, to go, and so I'm just going to